All right, guys. Soul Exchange is coming up. Um, just seeing a lot of videos on the expected exchange picks. I pretty much have all the heroes. And yeah, I'm just gonna go over them based on, their value, where you're at in the game, um, where your roster at. I'm just gonna make some assumptions, but I'm gonna give you my pick for who I think you should select and why. Um, the selection of heroes, just compared to today's meta of the game, isn't really that good, but I will say that this is probably the best selection of heroes that they have released for a soul exchange. Typically, they would have hero of the months, a lot of people from very, very older seasons that they really haven't given a lot of boost to over time. Um, but these selection of heroes, I would say, after giving it a lot of thought, are definitely um, probably the best. So just Soul Exchange list outside of the first time they did Soul Exchange, that I thought just were just all the heroes there can be used in the current meta and climate of the game. Um, but not so much here. So let's start off actually with the Exchange 20, because I think this list is um, very, very easy to kind of pick. Um, you're really want to go with either Daemon, if you have fire emblems, if you have everything that you need, and let's say you had everything for all elements here, I would go with Daemon for the simple fact that Daemon is a very fast hero. Decent attack at 16. At current right now, the meta is ranging between 1700 to just about 1900 for attack, and he's at 16, so he's not too far off the meta. He's very fast. His HP is very low, but you'll see that in the current trend among all the heroes there. He has a priority dispel um, on a single target attack, and he blocks the talent skill activation, which is a rare skill. There's only about, I think, two heroes that have this. It's Daemon, and then another person from this alliance type, not alliance, not from the Alliance Quest. I think it's one of the Raven family or the Wolf family. Ruana, I believe, had something that blocks the talent skill activation. So you can use this predominantly to stop the Harvest family. You could stop annoying heroes that have a talent activation that is nasty. But then also that target can't cast any new status effects buffs on enemies or allies. I was using Daemon against Gorick to counter his ability to spread his revive, his undispellable revive, and he essentially gave me extra turns to tile dump into Gorick and kind of get my team going, especially with these battles being very long and drawn out. Survivability is a bit of an issue, but I think Damon would be an excellent choice to your roster that will help you over time. You can actually use him in very fast wars, even though he's already very fast, to block Bernadette from casting her special out. So he has multiple roles in multiple different wars, depending on the tank or depending on the hero that you're trying to ultimately block. If you can't choose Damon, I think Hemispheres is probably your next best bet. She's a very big healer. Gives you immunity against the meta of green heroes, especially the green cat that hits a lot, gives you 86% special damage reduction. It's a big heal. Um, you know, really, buffs your team and then also blind so they can miss and not get hit. So you combine her with a tank, somebody who does taunt, and they pretty much can tank a lot of big hits from enemies and able to survive and keep your team going. So I definitely like Hemispheres. I don't have her costume. Mena has been outclassed, and a lot of heroes resist mana down, so I don't like Mena. For where we are in the game now, a lot of passives block his ability to that mana, which is what his strengths were. I do wish they had given him a buff to at least give him soft skin to himself or allies when he casts his buff now, but I'm not sure if they're going to do anything with the Gargoyle family at this rate. Lemonwood was good, but again, suffers from the same fate of mana resistant heroes has been the what was released in the previous meta of the game. And now they're countering that with mana blocking. So Lemonwood for me, I think if he blocks it, you should be able to kind of kill a whole team. I'll probably have to test that and see if that's worth testing and running. Again, HP being only at 2300 is very low. So if you run into the Purple Harvester, um, you can get one shot very, very, very easy. Um, but if Lemonwood works how I think he works, then he's probably going to be my third hero, just out of pure like lack of survivability. And Dark Feather, if you have no other choice in your 20s, Dark Feather is not a bad choice. Dark Feather is still being used as a Mystic Titan hero. You can still do a bunch of things with Dark Feather in very parts of the game. He's probably the only original goblin that's pretty much still getting used. I think him and Acid Fire, um, simply because they have usage in Mystic Titan teams. Outside of that, not really. Yeah, Exchange 15s. Um, so Daroga would be my choice, especially especially if you have family that you can use to bolster his attack. I really like their family bonus, which is the 15% attack, 15% defense, 15% extra HP. It bolster him up, I think, to about just about 17, 18, which puts him right in line with the meta. Um, Alvar is a really good support unit and cleanser. Again, HP as a survivability issue, especially when going up against the Purple Harvest heroes um, that you're going to see coming up. I think they do release a few additional purple heroes in the meta, so you're gonna see that being an issue. But he's great at reflecting buffs. Um, Again, depending on what you have and what resources you want to use. Sparklight is very old. Satori and the Champions family. Um, this group, if it wasn't for HP and survivability, Satori and this champion family, if you have the family members for this group, they make a great rainbow team. They get 65% boosted attack. So Satori boosts up to about, I think it's like 32, 3100 attack for tile damage. Um, they still struggle in battles, and the battles are a little bit challenging because it's based on the board, and you never know who you're going to get. So you have to kind of play with the team a little bit to get it. But I've done some testing using as much of a rainbow team as possible. I tend to alternate the tank slot in the standard formation with another color based on who the tank is and who am I going up against. But I've used this team and just imagine the tank slot is flexible, and battled many teams in raids, and they do a great job. Um, so don't sleep on Satori, especially since he can cast his special and do what is it called? A chance to reduce damage. So it's like a block that reduces the damage down to one. Um, and like if it's dispelled, right? It does a discast on your opponent's team. So he's really, really, really solid. I wish they would have give some buffs to this family without doing costumes because I know they pull out the Legends portal and that's disappeared now. So I'm not sure where you're gonna get these heroes from. moving forward, but I really, really like this family and this family bonus. Um, just makes, how, if you can navigate boards and do tiles, it's really, really great. Um, Carter is unfortunately, um, unlike his counterpart, Nautica. Bad casting, bad type, for boosted health. I mean, he's solid, but you wish you always want your hero to be cleric and now either a monk or paladin, in order to maximize their ability to heal. But that 33% mana generation boost is really, 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 really good. It's just on defense, it's good. On offense, you have to get the tiles, then you have to get the tiles of your next color, so it's a lot of navigating to get the efficiency out. But being able to block silence and things of that nature, not being able to um, being able to clean, because Nautica can't cleanse. He can cleanse. So I like Carter. It just wouldn't be my selection out of the 15s. So I would go to Roger, Alva, Satori. Satori would probably move to second if you have other champion families fully maxed out. If you don't, he's at the bottom of the list. It'll be Daroga, Alvar, and then probably Carter. Um, in the tens, Elaine is a hero of the month, so she's an automatic no. Uh, Nogu. He's probably I think second to last one that I got of this family. I think I got the yellow one that I'm at 370 with, that I haven't fully been able to level, but Nogu was, I think, the last one. I like the fact that he converts the bleed damage into max health. I mean, no, excuse me, max health or boosted health into max health reduction. So when you go up against teams, especially teams like with Fungustine, um, that give boosted health, you can cast Nogu and kind of flip that on its heads and then use your teams to wipe out. So I like Nogu for that unique ability. And unique abilities are really what thrive in a game you know, long beyond the metas. Where you could kind of put these heroes in situations to really in certain battles, even though they're they're not meta relevant. They could just come in one battle and do something for you. So I really like that. Um, Ojima, because he's a bard, would probably be the easiest pick. Minion war, minion removal, giving everybody a stacking mana generation down for each minion removed. So on turn 4, turn 5, from minion wars, you cast him, gets rid of all the minions, gives them a negative mana down. If you can survive the hits, they're gonna charge very slow, and then you can kind of make a comeback victory or take over the battle as necessary. So Ajima would automatically be my first pick. Um, Lysanor, I never got around to finish leveling her. Her 60% chance of revival is dope, but seeing 100% revives and things of that nature, heroes come out. But I believe she's really, 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 really good. I think she's just outclassed, and at this point, I don't think I'm ever gonna level her. Um, you know, I think her time. This entire family's and this alliance war, excuse me, this alliance banner for all the families that are in this alliance banner, being the Ravens, the Stags, all of them. I think they have their time on window in the meta came and went very, very quickly. So we didn't really get to enjoy those heroes or see what those heroes can really do, because literally they came out and they just started releasing other heroes that were better, like in bulk, after these heroes came out. So we really didn't get a chance to sit and see what these heroes can do. Um, because other heroes that were better just came out right after. So I would pass on her. And Phantom and Opera, believe it or not, was once, I believe, a Black Friday summon hero. I believe, or Solstice summon hero. I forgot which one. Very hyped. Um, I love the family. Like Daroga has that 15% attack, defense, and HP. However, um, being that he's average speed, his ballad is, you know, just a defense down to healing. I he, he just, to me, was underwhelming when he came out. Um, Underwhelming now. So he'd be a hard pass for me. If you have to select, go get try to find five other heroes and get Daroga instead. Because Daroga, at least on Mystic Titans and things of that nature, you can use the stacking ability of 25% to up to 250% attack increase for your team, and stack your damage. It's still better. And then offensively, battles tend to drag out and you can survive. He's a lot better. Um, yeah, so Ojima would be Nogo would probably be my second choice. Everybody else is a pass. I would tell you to go find, search your roster and see if you could find five others and upgrade to the 15s and take Daroga or Alvar. Harder if you have to, Satori if if you already have that team. And in the 20s, if you have the 20s, you've been saving up for Soul Exchange. Um, Definitely Damon is choice number one for me. Um, uh, I'm gonna stick with Head Affairs because she's just a strong heel. Lemonwood, if I test and it does work, I probably do another video putting that out against a team that resists mana down using Lemonwood, and then Dark Feather um, would be number four option, and Mena is a no pick for me at all. So uh, thank you guys for watching this video. Remember to hit the subscribe and like, and I'll see you in the next one.